Hello, welcome to RuneScape Clan Wars. I'm your host, the Brand Man, and today we are going to be psychoanalyzing and cyberbullying you based on your favorite streetwear brand. It's kind of like streetwear astrology, and I am the horoscope man. I'm also, on astrology, I'm also a Capricorn, which means I'm the GOAT, which is pretty cool, but it also means I'm into money, apparently, which is totally untrue. I do not care about money at all. This video is sponsored by ShopTagger. I've done a video like this kind of dialed into the more hype beast section of streetwear, but for this one, I took a more broad approach to see if we can hit the nose on a lot more styles that people are into nowadays. Because I feel like hype beast and flexing culture on streetwear is kind of dying, or at least it's kind of lame now. So we're due for an update, and I hope that I can get more of you guys on the head this time. In other words, I just found more things to make fun of you for. All right, so it's enough of that stalling. We're going to get our vibes ready, and let's just get on with the cyber bullying, man. All right, so starting off with number one, we got the Uniclone, which is pretty ironic that it has unique in its name, considering everyone buys the same thing from this brand. But honestly, I have a lot of love for Uniclone. They were one of the first places that I used to buy clothes from. And honestly, to this day, whenever I go online for no reason, I still find some cool things. Regardless of my style change, there's always kind of something. But to combat that, I feel like a lot of people have had similar experiences with that. As in, we all kind of find the same things cool. And then before you know it, we're all wearing that stupid Uniclone collab. You remember that? I feel like that was peak Uniclone. Everyone had that stupid shirt. People were just going to Uniqlo and just buying these shirts like it was toilet paper on a pandemic, and then they restocked, and then it's like, I don't need to wipe my ass this much. It's the same energy. It was the same thing. But if you're this guy, you're probably more chill on your style. And when you take fashion risks, it's tasteful. It's very tasteful. And also, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like you can't be a dick if you shop at Uniqlo. Like, you cannot be an asshole if you're wearing Uniqlo clothes. It just doesn't make sense. It just gives me nice guy vibes. Like, if you shop at Uniqlo and you played Xbox, your profile pictures were probably these ones from the get. And I think that also entails that you're conservative and smart with your money. And not only in fashion, but kind of all parts of your life. Like, you probably cook at home, you probably eat at home. Like, if your mom says, don't worry, we got this at home, you were probably not the one to argue. You were probably like, oh yeah, we do have this at home. Thanks, Mom. And you probably listen to music on SoundCloud because it's free. And when you watch stuff, you probably watch free Hulu and free Crunchyroll, but then you watch the ads. You just watch the ads because you don't got to pay for premium because it's free. And you're good with your money. What's a little ad when you got some savings? You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, not to say you're cheap, but mindful. I feel like mindful is a better word for it. And I think that's a good way to live your life. I mean, a lot of people don't really have a choice. You're kind of broke. Like, when you're in college, you really have no choice but to watch Crunchyroll ads, or like if you're, or just like, hey Pandora listeners, today we're gonna, O'Reilly. But even when you're comfortable, I feel like it's always good to be mindful with your money, which is why I always team up with the sponsor of this video, ShopTagger. I've worked with them so much before. Relax, guys. I'm a Capricorn, remember? Remember, I'm a Capricorn. I care about money. Not my money, your money. I care about your money, which is why I like to think I'm helping. ShopTagger is the best way to save money online shopping. I've been using it as long as I can remember now, and I just use it out of habit when I shop. Maybe it's a Capricorn thing. Who even knows? When you download it, you'll get this blue button right over here when you shop, and then you can click it, bam, and then you'll get this drop-down menu right here where you can save things in a specific size, because I feel like everyone's a different size. Maybe that's just an observation. And then you can pick whether, like, you want them to notify you based on a price change or whatever. I just kind of pick any price change because, again, I'm a Capricorn. Also, my standards are low. So regardless of the stars, I'm picking any price change. And this is my favorite part, the list feature, where you can save an item into a bunch of lists. It's cool for when you have a specific style that you want to cater to. Kind of like a fashion Pinterest when you need a visual on a certain style. It's very useful, especially when you're trying new things so that you miss less. Because, like, you kind of have an idea of what things are going to look for you buy it, so you're less disappointed in the mirror. You can leave the disappointment in the mirror for your looks. ShopTagger will also search the web for coupons on checkout so you have no regrets, which I'm sure a lot of us do, and you can even use it for stuff that's not fashion. Like I stated before, I used it for speakers, which might be the exact opposite of fashion, but they were sold out when I wanted to buy them, so then I just saved it because why not? It doesn't cost anything to save an item, and then I got a notification like within the week that it was back in stock, and also it was on sale when I bought them, and then now I have them and I DJ loud music all the time. Thank you, ShopTagger. Also, they have this cash back feature now. So whenever you have the app installed and you go shopping, just click this button right here, bam, and then the cash back is activated. So now whenever you shop, after you make your purchase, you'll get money sent back to your account at the end of a period. All that just by having it installed. You don't even have to do anything. So just install ShopTagger by clicking the link in the description, and then you sign up, just put all your information in there, and then install the web extension. I use Chrome because Chrome is the best one. Don't argue with me. So I install on the Google Chrome, and then bam, life's better. You're good to go. The blue button will be there whenever you go shopping. I use ShopTagger all the time. So go now, click the link in the description, go install ShopTagger. You won't regret it. It's totally free. I keep forgetting to mention it's free. It's the Capricorn in me. It's free. So yeah, there you go. So the next thing, if we're to compare Uniclone to Mario, you know, Mario is a good regular character, nothing crazy, very, very straightforward. If Uniclone is Mario, we got the next guy, which is the Wario to the Uniclone's Mario, the Asian man and the Zarat. I kind of just combined the two because they're pretty similar. Because like I didn't want people telling me, oh, why aren't you talking about Zara? Or why aren't you talking about H&M? They're the same thing. This is the guy that wants you to know he's into fashion. Not that he has any good tastes or anything, but he just blindly takes fashion risks. And those risks hold up just as well as his clothes do in the wash. As in, the risks don't hold up, and the clothes don't hold up either. He looks like a Rolls Royce in his head, pull up in the Rolls, but in reality, you're just a Chrysler Chief Keef, the Chrysler 300. That's what you look like. Like if Playboi Carti's voice in Pain 1993 was a aesthetic, it would be this guy. You remember that verse? Now, I do commend the effort to try new things out, though, because I feel like that's a lot of people's problem in fashion, just trying new crap out and having the balls to take risks, because you get really comfortable, especially if you're buying crap from Uniclo. It's really easy to get stuck in the same rotation with the same cuts, but it's kind of easy to be unique when you have a look that nobody wants. Like the Uniclones keep things minimal and simple, and then sometimes that gets interpreted as boring, and then the H&M and the Zarats, the Warios, go buck wild and just take risks, and then that just gets interpreted as tacky. So you kind of need something in the middle. You need to find a balance. Like, you don't want to be boring, but you don't want to be tacky. Like, you need clean taste and more deliberate selections like the Uniclone, but you also kind of need to while out just a little bit, just to be a little more ambitious, like the Asian man and the Zara. Asian man is just not working. I'm just going to say Zarat. Like, sometimes you lean one way, sometimes you lean the other. You kind of go back and forth, like I notice I do. But sometimes you just do a fashion cartwheel over the streetwear political compass, and then you land on our third boy, the golf guy, aka or the Palace Pal. Now, I also include the two because I feel like these guys are also somewhat the same. It's like saying Parks and Rec and The Office. I know they're different and one's kind of better, but I'll leave you to decide which one of the two is The Office and which one's Parks and Rec. I also have a crush on Aubrey Plaza, and you guys wear too many freaking colors. But obviously, we gotta give praise to the lowest common denominator of this look, Tyler, the creator, who was the genesis of this aesthetic, whether people like to admit it or not. He was. For a lot of people, might not be you. You might be cool. You might be cool. You might have been into this colorful streetwear, bubblegum streetwear thing ever since. But a lot of people, or at least the mainstream hype appeal of this look, was through Tyler and that whole wave that he started. Probably listens to that whole camp that they got going that are just running over the indie or just the vibey playlists like Frank Ocean, Brockhampton, Tame Impala, Dominic Fike, A$AP Rocky, Mac DeMarco, kind of just anything that you would listen to when you're crying and smoking a cigarette in your BMW with the windows down. Cracked iPhone, parallel to their mental health. Shorts shorter than them. 5-inch inseam for a 5'5" guy. 5 + 5 + 5 = 15. which is how old you probably are. Might not be how old you are since birth, but it's definitely how old your mind is with your Google Chrome color palette. And not to mention the Google Drive drip, guys. Can never forget. Can we just talk about how Google Drive just ripped Palace's logo? That's just unacceptable, guys. You love to see it. But anyways, we can talk all the crap we want about these guys, but they have something that a lot of your favorite brands can't give you. And I'm gonna flip the switch on you. Unlike the Uniclones and the Zarats, the golf guys and the Palace pals have friends. Think about it. Like when everyone has a niche favorite brand, a lot of the things in your life tend to follow suit with that ethos. Just similar tropes for like everything in life, like with music and art and skating. It just aligns. And while we're on alignment, you guys align in height because you're all short. You know, you guys can hear each other well. So cherish this, boys, because all these guys can talk all the crap they want, but they cannot take away the power of your friendship. And what's that on? That's on period poo. Also, you guys smell like sweat and Arizona green tea. Up next, we got another niche boy. Instead of doing cartwheels all over the political compass of streetwear, they kind of stand in stasis off to the side because the compass is too colorful and colors for emotions. We got the people into Cavempt, the Cavempty inside. Cavempty inside, homies. Cavempt is another brand that has a very super cult following, and rightfully so. I think they have a cool design aesthetic, you know? 1984 by George Orwell type beat. Just doing hood rat crap in the dystopia with my proletariat homies. Just jamming out to Aphex Twin while I drink my Soylent on the concrete beach. Just straight up vibing under Marxism. But just like the golf guys, I feel like the Cavempty inside guys tend to follow suit with that brand's ethos for like all the mediums in life, like music and art and all that crap. Like very edgy and postmodern and black and white. Like if the Uniclone and the Zarats are like Mario and Wario, I feel like the golf guys and the Cavempty guys are like Toad and Shy Guy. Like one's very colorful and upbeat, and the other one's... But as niche and specific as Cavempt is, I feel like it kind of makes room for a lot of adjacent brands to fit in with that look, like a Leaks and a Cold Wall and stuff like that. So there's a lot of room for variation as opposed to colorful striped t-shirt, colorful striped t-shirt, colorful striped t-shirt, colorful striped t-shirt. Lastly, we got the benched NBA player of the gang, the Rude Boy. And I'm going to clarify. So I say the benched NBA player because I feel like this brand is just what people, it's just a lot of NBA players wear this brand. I don't know what that's about, but they do. It's kind of like if Off-White and Goodwill had a trust fund baby. But there are some cool and wild prints that you would have to pull off. And I think if you use that ambition into actually trying to figure out some taste, you might have a style for yourself and not a closet that kind of just looks like whatever Russell Westbrook forgot in the locker room in an away game that he lost. It's just so expensive for stuff that could be swapped for a Thursday on Grailed Steels, you know? It's just very disappointing. And you know damn well that their music taste is not even anything personal. It's just dependent on whatever Rap Caviar posts that week. It's kind of like the byproduct of that Fear of God look and Off-White, but instead of getting some cool fusion like Gogeta, you're kind of left with Veku. Just gives me big Veku vibes. Rude gives me Veku vibes. Can we get some Veku vibes in the chat? What up, guys? It's your boy Veku Vibes. And again, nothing against vintage fashion. It's probably one of my favorite ways to buy clothes, but it just seems unnecessary to pay such a high premium for like just derivative concepts. Hey man, Rap Caviar has some bangers every now and then, you know? But yeah, there's the spread. Thanks for watching the video today, guys. I hope I ruined your day. I hope I got one of you guys. And if not, you can check me out on Instagram at ChristianVY or Twitter at JKWiling. Big thank you to ShopTagger for sponsoring the video. Remember, I'm a Capricorn. I care about your money, not mine. I care about your money. Damn, I had this on the whole video. This was just supposed to be an intro. You know what? I'm committing. I've had it on the whole video. But really, it's free. I've been using them for years. Go check the link in the description. Also, check out my new channel, Recrio. It's doing sick. Just having so much fun on that channel. Just shooting the crap with my 4 other friends. Go check it out if you have the time. It's very fun. And if I missed a style or a brand, just fight about it in the comments as usual. You know, we all know the comments is where you scrap it out. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching the video. And
It's been love. I love you.